All right, we got Sissy Lulu in a wig, so let's look at it. Samuel L. Jackson in a wig too, and all these wigs are better than the crap that Tyler Perry tries to shove down our throat. So this episode is called Round 1, The Ballad of Chicken Man, and we open with Samuel L. saying, "Keep effing with me, chicken, and I don't let nobody F with me." Oh God, it's Kevin Hart, he on the floor. "I don't know, Frank, I don't mean to." He said, "You believe in God, right? Well, you better testify." So Sam fires the gun twice. And then we get a flashback of all these guns and people and fights. And we get back to 2 weeks ago. So we cut to Kevin Hart giving a monologue at this funeral parlor. And he's talking about, this Atlanta fight. This Muhammad Ali fight is going to be like when Atlanta rose from the ashes. So he gets a bet from The Undertaker on this fight and keeps it pushing. So he going around running numbers, doing what he do. It's giving 70s blaxploitation. So then he gets back to the stable and there's a whole bunch of hussies running around. And the madam in charge, I guess, is his girlfriend. And she telling him his bag's getting lighter. He say, well, the number business has peaks and valleys. He put some money in the safe and is upset that she put a pistol in there. But she said that's life insurance. Oh, this Taraji, she's like, we got to diversify because they going to get a state lottery and we'll be out of business. So they going to meet Silky tonight, who's going to be in town with a big gangster. This is like Empire set in the past. He said, we about to hit the big time. I don't know how you going to hit the big time, small fry. Also, I found out it's penny ante, as in A-N-T-E, as in up your ante, as in small ante. I thought it was Penny Annie, as in a woman's name like Annie Oakley. I didn't think it was Penny Ante. I always heard Penny Annie, like a broke heifer, like broke as a he-hang, She said, look, all you do is talk. And he said, well, let me eat that puss. Now we're over at the police station with Don Chadal. So we see a Sergeant Mason has bleed up a young black man. A social worker's trying to get him to get this racist police officer fired, but he's like, my hands are kind of tied, but I'll run it up the flagpole. And the social worker's also his wife. So he walks into a diner and black people are not happy to see him. He's a pig, a sellout. However, his white boss shows up and he tells him, you gonna be Ali's personal bodyguard. So this other guy that came in with his boss, I guess he works for Muhammad Ali. He's telling him, look, you better improve your standing with the black community because Atlanta about to be a black city and this John Wayne police officer routine you got ain't gonna work soon. So now we at the club with Kevin Hart, Taraji, and Silky. However, Redmond, the big boss, show up and Silky take him over to the side and them two just waiting with their Penny Annie asses. Penny Annie, not Penny Annie. I've been saying that wrong for so long, and no one corrected. Is it better to let it go and let the person pronounce it wrong? Or is it better to tell them, I don't want to look like an idiot. I'd rather know. Over at the cop's house, his daughter's excited that he gets to meet him, but the parents is like, girl, do the dishes. Oh, the guy that was telling him he could rehabilitate his standing was the senator. And he telling his wife what happened. Oh! Lord, so he got drafted but served in Missouri? Boom. Girl, boom. So Silky gets back to the table and tells them that Emerson is throwing a party tonight at the penthouse of the Biltmore Mall. So Silky gets back to the table and he tells them he's putting together a post-fight shindig for the big balls. However, Kevin Hart says, oh, pish posh, this is Klan country. That will never do. We need to be away from the prying eyes of the law. He said, bump that. We're going to do a Black Vegas in Atlanta. Silky says, well, who's going to pay for this party? Because Frank ain't footing the bill. He said, I got the bread. I just need my investment back with another 5%. He said, okay, throw a party. But if you mess up, it's on your ass. However, the guy that Silk was working with is now upset that he's been tossed out of the deal. However, they said, we gonna set Kev up to be the patsy. They was already planning on robbing the joint. Now we at church. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Hallelujah. Child Kevin walking in. Oh, he go to see his wife and kids in church. Guy, he got there just in time for the pastor to call on him. Brother Williams is a stalwart in the community, giving his soul in service to the Lord. And he paid for the church's new roof. He's like, when did I do that? His wife said, oh, you don't want to come home. He get home, he said, Faye, I can't pay for that roof. His wife said, look, you pay your tithes, you pay for this roof, we agreed to it. I don't ask you where you are. I let you cheat in peace. Pay for that roof. And give $20,000 to Detroit public schools while you're at it, since Nene never came up off the coin. So he telling her, look, this is going to be the big score. No drugs and no girls? No, man, come on, Faye, nothing like that, nothing like that. So now Kevin gets a call from Silky with the names of all the mobsters, Mushmouth, who rules Detroit, and other such odd names, Eraserhead and whatnot. Cut to a press conference where we have everybody asking the black senator, should we have the most hated man here? And he's like, no, Atlanta's more progressive now. And then in walks Muhammad. So they meet, he called him Mr. Clay. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Ali. He said, I've never been called Mr. Clay before, just call me Ali. So now the cop talking to his boss, and he said, do you remember when I swore you in? Yeah, when you swore me in as an N-word police? Then he's going to say, I know. And he's trying to tell him, look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep Ali safe here. He really going to say, after Dr. King's assassination, we can't let another colored hero go down on our watch? Like ninjas killed him. So they got him staying way out in the woods. Over with Kevin, he's moving everything out of his house to have this party there. Where the hell did he put his family? So now him and Silky go to pick up the gangsters from the airport. And this is when we get Samuel L. and Sissy Lulu's return with a Farrah Fawcett curl. So he take them to the hotel, but they got to make a stop first. And then Sissy Lulu and the other one get out, leaving Kevin and Samuel L. in the car together. Oh, they stop by to whoop somebody's ass. Kev hears the commotion from the car. We get to the hotel. Samuel L. gives Sissy Lulu a little monologue about how the red clay in Georgia is mixed with the blood of our ancestors. My grandfather told me the same thing about the North Carolina clay. So he goes home to Taraji and he tell her about the roughing up, and he says it was just a loyalty test. And she said, you better get a gun. That mouth ain't always gonna save you. Lord, so he go answer the door and some big guy kidnap him. Taraji see him being pulled off. This is a cute show. So then he gets pulled into another car and this guy said, hi, I'm Javi Lopez. You must be the chicken man. I feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight. I keep forgetting to order that from Amazon. Oh God, so now he want to run his pockets for throwing this party. He said your party's the talk of Miami. So he gets back to the hotel and tells Sissy Lulu and Slick his troubles, and they like, you better rustle up some more chicken feed. So Frank is a huge Lola Falana fan, and she just happens to walk by. And he's like, oh, if I introduce Frank to her, he'll help me with Javi? They're like, well, probably. You give him some puss. So she was asking for some cigarettes, and the hotel didn't have them, so he ran to the store and got them for her and brought them to her room. So he uses his charm to get her to have a drink with his boss after the fight, so I guess that's going to solve his Javi problem. Lord, but over with Don Chadal, they got the Klan going up and attacking them. They were throwing eggs, and Chadal, thank goodness, stopped his officers from shooting. And Lola show up, she looking cute, and he introduced Samuel L. to Lola Falon. Samuel L. says, consider Javi handled. I'm gonna get with Miss Falon. Back with Ali, he mad at the cop for not firing, and he's like, they had eggs, I had bullets, it would have started a race war, it was better for me not to fire, better for you not to fire. But now it's the night of the fight and everybody's arriving in glitz and glamour. Nobody needed to see Kevin Hart's butt. I know I didn't. Before the fight starts, however, Samuel L. walked up to Javi asking him, why you trying to squeeze Chicken Man? He said, look, that money would be coming out of my pocket. He's like, okay, brother, no problem, but next time you want to do business down here, give me a little call, a little neighborly courtesy. After all, you're a long way from New York. Samuel's like, see you at the party. See you at the party. Why make an enemy? So we get Ali to the stage. Kev calls Taraji, says Javi's been settled. And Taraji's like, the party is ready, Black Vegas, just like you said. Then he called his wife, tell her looks like everything's coming up, Kev. So now Kevin sees the police officer that's protecting Ali and he looks scared shitless. We got the robbers on the way to the party. Oh, I can't wait to see episode 2. And it ends with them knocking on the door. All right, well, I'll see you soon for the next one.